Hello everyone, welcome to Brainbench Academy. Today we are going to dive into the fascinating world of chemistry, especially focusing on what is meant by organic, inorganic and physical chemistry. This video is specially designed for the students who are moving from class 10 to class 11 and are aspiring for competitive exams such as NEET, JEE and also CBSE board exams. Let's get started. First of all, let us understand the definition of organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry that deals with the study of carbon compounds, which means inside organic chemistry, you will be learning about compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen. So these compounds that contain carbon and hydrogen vary from hydrocarbons to the carbon compounds containing functional groups such as alcohols, phenols, ethers, haloalkanes, etc. Organic chemistry, the term organic is being derived from the term organogen. What is meant by organogen is the elements that make the living part of the world. Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen are called as organogens. These elements make the living stuff that you see around. For example, humans, animals, plants, and every other living stuff that you see, starting from bacteria, virus to the largest animal that you have ever seen, is made up of organic compounds only, which means it's all made up of carbon, hydrogen compounds. So when you study about these compounds, you call it as organic chemistry. So you will be studying these compounds, their preparation, their evaluation, their reactions, their behavior, their uses and applications, etc. under this branch. So now, keeping the JEE-NEET preparation in mind, which is mainly dependent upon NCERT, we are going to see the list of organic chemistry chapters that you would be studying. So here you go. We will be starting with basic principles and techniques that require you to understand organic chemistry better. So this is like the very fundamental and the most important chapter of organic chemistry for grade 11 and 12, including competitive exams. So in this chapter, you will understand all the fundamentals that are necessary to understand organic chemistry better going ahead. And after that, you'll also study hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons, as mentioned in the previous slide, is study of carbon and hydrogen containing compounds. The compounds that contain only carbon and hydrogen are called hydrocarbons, and you'll study about them very much in detail, starting from their classification, naming to their preparations, reactions, properties, behavior, uses, everything you will study. Both of these chapters are covered under grade 11. And now going ahead to grade 12 organic chemistry chapters. So halogen derivatives is the first organic chemistry chapter in grade 12, followed by alcohols, phenols and ethers, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids, amines, biomolecules. These are all the organic chemistry chapters that you will be studying under grade 12. So now grade 11 and grade 12, in both the grades you will study organic chemistry. Grade 11 has got two chapters which are very important for you to understand grade 12 organic chemistry chapters. Talking about the importance of organic chemistry or weightage of organic chemistry. Organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry and physical chemistry in JEE and NEET perspective have got more or less equal weightage. So we can consider this to be 33%. 33% of the total weightage in NEET and JEE is what is given for organic chemistry. But then honestly speaking, dealing with organic chemistry is not an easy task. It's the toughest part of chemistry in grade 11 and 12, which means you will have to work on the fundamentals very, very well. And you have to focus more on remembering, not exactly remembering, but trying to identify the reactions and focus more on practice. So organic chemistry is the toughest scoring area in entire chemistry of JEE and NEET. Moving ahead to the next part of chemistry, that is inorganic chemistry. So now what is inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry is one such branch of chemistry in which you study about inorganic compounds. And now what is inorganic compound? You have seen the meaning of organic compound already in the previous slides. Organic compounds are the ones which are made up of organogens or which contain carbon and hydrogen as major elements. And these organic compounds build up the living stuff in the world that you see. And inorganic compounds are the compounds that make up the non-living stuff in the world, like the rocks, the soil, water, air. All of these things that you see are made up of inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds make up the non-living stuff in the world. Other than these carbon hydrogen compounds, rest all compounds are called inorganic compounds. For example, H2O, CO2, or you must have heard about CO, carbon monoxide, H2S, the gases like SO2, H2S4, sulfuric acid. These are all inorganic compounds. So inorganic compounds study is called as inorganic chemistry. Inorganic chemistry is also studied along with grade 11 and grade 12. So you will study inorganic chemistry, few chapters in grade 11 and few chapters in grade 12. Let's look at the list of the chapters. So first of all, in grade 11, we'll start studying inorganic chemistry with classification of elements and periodicity in properties. And along with that, we'll also study chemical bonding. So classification of elements and chemical bonding can be considered as like the skeleton of inorganic chemistry. They are the most important chapters in inorganic chemistry. So if you master these two chapters, you are almost sorted for the rest of the inorganic chemistry. And if you don't learn these two chapters properly, inorganic chemistry is going to be a struggle, because it's a lot of theory, a lot of reactions. Basically, it's a memory game, a lot of things to remember, exceptions, rules, logics, etc. So make sure that you master these two chapters. After this, S block elements is also studied in grade 11 itself. And what about grade 12 syllabus for inorganic chemistry? We'll study P block elements, D and F block elements, coordination compounds in grade 12 inorganic chemistry. So inorganic chemistry, talking about the weightage, inorganic chemistry also comes at 33 to 34% of weightage in terms of JEE, mains and NEET. But then this is the easiest part of chemistry that helps you score better. So if you compare organic, inorganic and physical chemistry, in inorganic chemistry you can score very, very easily, because as said earlier, it's theoretical. So there are not many application based questions. So you can remember the things and you can answer. This will help you reduce the amount of time that you're spending on each question. So you can answer them quickly and you can answer them more accurately than the questions from any other branch of chemistry. So if you are looking for a good score, good overall score in chemistry, it's important that you focus on inorganic chemistry. It's the scoring area, and it's not tough at all. It's easy, but then it's a memory game. You should be able to remember inorganic chemistry better. So there is another video coming up which will help you with some tips that you need to follow to remember inorganic chemistry easily. Now moving ahead to the next part, we are trying to understand the next part of chemistry, physical chemistry. So what is physical chemistry? The name itself is indicating physical. It's talking about the physical properties of chemical compounds. Physical properties, like it's talking about the properties that can be measured. Right? So for example, you're talking about the measurable properties like volume, pressure, temperature, etc. of the chemicals and their derivatives. In physical chemistry, you get to see the formulae, the deduction of equations, and you get to see a lot of numericals. And in physical chemistry, this is the set of chapters that you will study. Let's get started with the set that you see for grade 11. In grade 11, we observe some basic concept of chemistry. The very first chapter, as soon as you open the textbook of NCERT grade 11. And then structure of atom. After that, you'll study thermodynamics, equilibrium, both chemical and ionic equilibrium falls here, and redox reactions. So these are the physical chemistry chapters that you study in grade 11. If you have noticed, grade 11 comprises of large part of physical chemistry. Then the number of chapters of inorganic chemistry are a little higher, and least number of organic chemistry chapters are there. Only 2 organic chemistry chapters. So grade 11, you will focus a lot on physical chemistry. And out of these chapters that I have listed over here, some basic concepts of chemistry, it's like the most fundamental of physical chemistry. If you are thorough in this chapter, you will not face any issues with the numericals going ahead. So make sure to master this chapter. And in grade 12, physical chemistry, we'll start studying solutions, and then we'll study electrochemistry, we'll study chemical kinetics. These are the 3 chapters we study in physical chemistry, grade 12. And now let's talk about the weightage of physical chemistry. How important is physical chemistry? So physical chemistry also carries a weightage of some 33 to 34% in JEE and NEET, but then compare it to organic chemistry, physical chemistry is a little easier, and compared to physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry is more easier. Why is that? Because in organic chemistry, there are of course a lot of reactions, organic structures that you have to study, and there is scope for variety of questions to be framed in organic chemistry. So you will have to think and then answer the questions. But when it comes to physical chemistry, it's more of equation and numerical. If you can somehow deduce the formulae, you will be able to answer the questions. But though, because it's numerical based, there is possibility of different model of questions being created in physical chemistry. So you trying to anticipate the models and applying the formula, making the calculation, then getting to the answer will still take some time. But when it comes to inorganic chemistry, that's not the case. It's just direct and theoretical. You remember the stuff and you answer the stuff. It's as simple as that. So the highest scoring area for you for JEE and NEET is going to be inorganic, and second highest scoring area is going to be physical, and the least highest scoring area is going to be organic chemistry. But of course this might vary from student to student. What am I talking is in perspective of the majority of students that I have seen so far in my experience of some 12 years of teaching. Right? So this is pretty much all about organic, inorganic and physical chemistries. I hope you have understood what exactly is meant by these 3 branches of chemistry. But remember, you will study all these 3 for your syllabus of grade 11 and grade 12 NCERT, through which you can appear for IIT JEE and NEET. I hope this video is helpful to you. I'll see you soon with one other helpful video. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching.